I was trying to think of something humorous to bring in this ideal today. Like, I try to come up with some different things that bring it to us in a more, ease of a way. This isn't easy though. Like, we've been talking about love, we've been talking about reconciliation and connecting with people in a sense of mercy and extending blessings. Today I want to talk to you about forgiveness. Now, Colossians 3:13, man, comes right out with it. Like forgive as God forgave you. You must forgive as God, or as Jesus forgave you. You've got to forgive the same way that God forgave you. You've got to have the same attitude towards. You've got to have the same actions towards. You've got to have the same heart towards those who have hurt you. Now, some of us, we've been devastated. I mean, really, really devastated. We've been wounded. People we have trusted. People we have been married to. Those that are our children. Or those that are our parents, our siblings, our teachers, our bosses, our co-workers. I mean, some of us, we've been devastated. I mean, really devastated. And some of us, the devastation has come to us by someone we don't even know. It's just an event that happened to us. 9/11 or war. Men and women who are fighting for our freedom, losing their life. And we don't even have a face to the enemy, but that person has taken from us someone that we love deeply. What do we do about that? How do we handle that? How do we address that? How do we confront that in this life? How do we begin to, just really invest our energy in forgiveness? Now, there's all kinds of different things that people will say in this, and I'll say this as well, that when you forgive somebody, you think you're letting them free. You're releasing them of a burden that they have, but the truth is you're releasing yourself of a burden that you have, a burden that you experience, a burden that's in you. And so you're forgiving someone, you're releasing someone, you're setting someone free of something they did to you, and the truth is that you're releasing yourself of that same thing. You've allowed that person to have residence in your mind, whether they want to or not, and continue to have an assault on your life because you continue to think about, ponder, dwell on, because you have yet to forgive that person of what they did. But here's another thought, guys. All right, here's another thought. You should forgive because God forgave you. Like, yes, there are benefits, there are perks to being a person who is forgiving. There are perks and benefits to releasing someone because you yourself are released. There are benefits to breaking loose of hatred. But what about the plain fact that God forgave you? What about the fact that Jesus loves you? What about the fact that no matter how messed up you were, no matter how many bad decisions you made, no matter how many conflicts that you came into with the creator of the universe, no matter how many times you've cursed at heaven, no matter how many times you've yelled at him in anger and frustration, no matter how many times you have experienced those moments where you felt as though you committed an action that was unforgivable by the Lord. And he looks at you, he looks on you, and he says, look, my son Jesus, he did this for you. He took the price for your sinfulness. You owed a debt. You were responsible. You were convicted of the crime. And Jesus stood in and said, you know what? This person is convicted of the crime. This person is guilty. Guilty is charged. And I, who am unguilty, am going to take that guilty charge upon myself. You want to talk about forgiveness? You want to talk about forgiving others? Yes, that is good for you. But, forgive because it's good. Forgive because it's godly. Forgive because that's what Jesus wants you to do. Forgive because that is the character that is developed within you. That is the person you now are. Forgive because there is something inside of you that is broken loose. Your brokenness that is broken loose. Your sinfulness and the cages that have captured you and kept you in and locked you in place. Forgive. Why? Because you've been forgiven. Forgive. Just forgive because that is God's greatest, one of God's greatest blessings to you. Forgive. Forgive. He loves you and he forgave you. Forgive others.